everyone, my name is Opal. You might also know me as Failed Opal over on Twitch. I am a PNGtuber and a streamer who loves all things video games. I had some requests to do a video tutorial on how to set up and use Veadotube Mini, so here we are. I would like to make a note that I'm using Veadotube Mini, not Veadotube Mini 2.0. I believe they should still work the same as far as I'm aware. This is just the version I have on my computer and the version that I use at the moment. So let's get into it. So for personal reasons, obviously I'm going to keep my file folder off to the side just because there is some personal information there. Don't want to share that for myself. So, but it's pretty easy. This is what you should come up with. This is a default avatar. If you want to mess around with some, they do have some avatars that are default. If you go down here to this little avatar setting, and to access the screen, you pretty much just hover over it. You don't have to click on it or anything. I'm going to go down to avatar settings, and if you would like to look at the default avatars that this comes with, just to mess around with it, it's just this button right here. They have this little deer, this cat, this little snake thing, and I'm not entirely certain what this is, to be perfectly honest, but they do have a couple options you can play around with. But what we are going to be doing today is adding our own images to it. So my PNGtuber I actually did not make. I bought it off of Etsy. Etsy is a great place to get these kind of things if you don't know how to make them yourself, or you just don't want to, or if you're like me and art is not your biggest forte. You can buy a lot of pre-mades on there, but the main thing that you're going to want to look for when using this program is you need to have 4 files for each state. So for example, we're going to take a look at this state. You need to have a closed mouth image with the eyes open, a open mouth image with the eyes open, a closed mouth image with the eyes closed, and a open mouth image with the eyes closed. And you can kind of see that pictured in these little emojis that are hovering over the pictures. So you'll basically just want to put the picture here that lines up with that. So to edit this, we can change the name. So depending on where you get your PNGtuber or whether you make it yourself, you can have multiple states that you can hook up to keybinds to allow you to swap between multiple different emotions, I guess. So like, for example, I have like just a normal one. I have a happy version, surprised. I have one with like heart eyes, things like that. It's one that's angry, sad. You can really set up a whole bunch of these. It just depends on how many files you have and what the artist provides for you if you buy it off of someone. So I'm just going to name this normal. Oops, if I could spell, that would be great. And then we're just going to ignore this for right now. But I'm going to go to this first closed mouth eyes open image, and I'm going to click on it and just hit replace image. So I'm going to go over to my files. And just to kind of give you an idea of what mine looks like. So this is the files that I bought off of Etsy. But she happened to be very nice and she sorted them out by state. So I have angry, I've got happy, heart, normal, sad, and surprised. But if I click on these, let's click on the normal one. I have, and thankfully she's labeled them out really easily for me. I have closed mouth with the eyes closed. I've got open mouth, the eyes closed, eyes open with the closed mouth, and eyes open with the mouth open. So for this first one, we want eyes open with the closed mouth. So I'm just going to click this one and hit open. And as you can see, because I have 2 different images, it's going to go a little crazy right here for right now, up in this top right corner. And when I talk, it will swap back to whatever I have with my mouth open. So this, I can't talk without showing you. So what I'm going to do now is go to the open mouth image with the eyes open. I'm just going to click that as well and hit replace image. And once again, I'm just going to add in my next one. So this is eyes open and mouth open. And then I'm going to go for closed mouth blinking image. So my eyes are closed and my mouth is closed. Again, going to click on it and hit replace image. And then closed eyes, closed mouth. And then for the very last one, it's going to be your open mouth blinking, which is closed eyes and open mouth. And that's this one here. So I've got closed eyes and an open mouth. So as you can see now that I have it all fixed up, she is blinking. She has her mouth open when I'm talking. She also is shaking. You can turn this off. So that is going to be your state effects. So you can have things that happen when your mouth is closed, when your mouth is open, or when your mouth, right when you open your mouth and right when your mouth closes. So the difference is this is the entire time your mouth is closed versus this is right when your mouth closes. And same thing with this, the entire time your mouth is open versus when your mouth opens. So there's not very many options you can put for these, to be honest. Some of these do, specifically the closed mouth effects, you can have it darken your character. You can, let's see. So it'll look kind of like that. I had to remember to stop talking to show you that. For when the open is, like you open your mouth, you can have it wave rotate, wave move, random move, you can have it jump. Some people like to have it jump like, oh, I'm excited. Let's see here. What does random move look like? So this is the random move, which is where it had me shaking really bad. And then you have the wave move, which kind of honestly rotates you around almost in like a circle. And then the last one is the wave rotate, which just tips you back and forth like you're on a seesaw or kind of sailing on the ocean, if that makes sense. Personally, actually, I might start using this darken one. I kind of like that. Mostly I use the on mouth open effects, and I just have it jump when I initially start talking to kind of bring attention to my character. But that's pretty much how you do that. And then if you wanted to add in a second one, so for example, I have like angry. We're going to hit copy current state, and then you're just going to change the name of this one to whatever you'd like it to. So I'm going to do angry for this one. And then I'm going to come up to this image again, and you're just going to go through the same exact steps of updating them to what you need them to. Let's see. So I need mouth open, or no, actually I need mouth closed and eyes open. Sorry. Looking at that backwards. Now I need mouth and eyes open. And then again, I need closed and closed. And then I need closed eyes and mouth open. And there we go. So now we have our second state set up. So it's pretty easy. It's not too hard. And again, you can also adjust the state effects for each one. And then if you wanted to add a keybind, you would hit this little key button, hit assign shortcut. And then you just click the button that you want it to. So now whenever you click that button, it will cause your character to change back and forth. I'm actually going to assign that to 2. That way I can show you really quick. And then I'm going to assign normal to 1. Help I hit assign, wouldn't it? Now you can see I'm going back and forth between my buttons, and they are changing state. That's pretty much all the basics of this that I know of. You can adjust your mic over here. You've got the microphone delay duration and the microphone volume cutoff. I tend to kind of just leave it where it's at. It works for me personally. Your microphone settings you can adjust here with the type of microphone you're using, as well as some noise reduction. If you're wanting to use this with a transparent background, make sure you have this set to transparent. But you also can upload your own image, as well as just have a colored background if you'd like. I don't really mess with this too much, but you can dabble with this. And then there's some program settings, you know, your window size, language, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty much it. It's not too hard to use, just takes a little bit of practice. But yeah. And then personally for me, at least with Veadotube Mini, I'm not sure about the 2.0 version. To capture this in OBS, it is considered a game capture. But I know I was reading on Reddit, some people were having issues with that. So if that doesn't work, I'm so sorry. But I actually haven't messed around with 2.0 yet. So, but I hope you all found that helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to keep them down in the, or just post them down in the comments. I'm sorry. And I will do my best to help you however I can. So thank you. Hope it was helpful. Bye.